Welcome to the FTFY podcast. Thanks for hanging on. Let me try that again.
Yeah, what are we on a lily pad cast?
Hello, I'm Kayla.
Hello, I hate to be here.
Okay, let me try it again.
Sorry to interrupt your life.
Hang on.
Flick up the wrist, get in the disc. Small, white, rounded, getting rounded in the green seat. That's movie. Spin it like Jenny, getting paid by the penny. Flick up the wrist, go in the disc. Slamming green pages, once and all day. Up and down, round and round. Mess with us, we'll take you down.
Welcome and thank you for listening to another episode of Fix That For You, where we fix that for you. This is episode number 3. I'm Caleb.
I'm Spiced Rum.
And I'm
Petunia.
Danny Jackson.
Like part of the Jackson 5.
There was, I can name them all off right now.
His name is Michael.
There's Janet, there's Michael, the other 3, and Danny.
That's 6. It's the Jackson 5.
No, but the other 3
No.
are 1.
He was like the not talented sibling.
Michael or
had
Danny?
one. No, Danny, yeah.
So he was the black sheep.
He never made it famous.
Well, they were all sheep.
Well, not
Sheep will be sheep.
right out of the
boys.
gate, we got a race joke. Sweet. This is off to a good start.
Which episode is the best?
That we've recorded
No,
so far.
Star Wars.
I would have to say I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this one, but
Definitely 5.
1. I was gonna
Phantom
say
Menace?
Phantom Menace was the best because it had the 2 best characters. It had
Qui-Gon
Darth
Jinn.
Maul and Jar Jar
Qui-Gon
Binks.
Jinn.
I
I think you meant to say Qui-Gon Jinn.
only like Qui-Gon Jinn because he was played by Liam Neeson. Other than that, I don't really care about his character
Yeah.
too much. So like the novel adaptation of Qui-Gon Jinn, I could care less about.
You couldn't.
I
couldn't care less.
I could care less. I care a little bit.
Okay.
But I
mean,
could care a
that's fair.
smidgen. I could care a smidgen
But
less.
if you pushed me, if push came to shove, I couldn't.
I couldn't do it. If push force came to push.
Are we gonna
shove-
say our real names in
Wait,
this intro?
what?
Or
Oh,
are we actually-
I'm Kyle.
I'm Caleb.
And I'm Kamitch.
Kyle, Caleb, and
Kamitch. I wanted to have that.
You're being a
Okay,
schlemiel.
It's the rule of 3. It's comedy.
Hey, oh!
There it is.
Trace amigos.
Nice.
All right. Well,
So before we get started on our stories, does anybody have their own embarrassing story from this past week?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Did you guys hear about the Banksy painting?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
actually.
So like Banksy, he had the foresight to like make a shredder in the frame that he put his painting in.
Modern day.
And so
office craft genius.
as soon as someone bought that painting, he shredded it remotely, and unfortunately, I was the buyer.
That
Wow.
is embarrassing. How much money did you waste?
$1.3 million. Super embarrassing. Only just for a second though, because right after he shredded it,
But you didn't have to pay for
the value of that painting went up tenfold
it. Oh, nice.
because now it has like a story behind it,
Yeah.
like the Mona Lisa.
So you sold the shreds?
No, I keep the shreds.
Oh.
I keep the shreds halfway hanging out of the frame.
Did it not completely shred?
No, I just shredded
Oh,
halfway.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So, really,
You can't really trust someone that's willing to shred their own painting, though, can you?
well,
Because that painting, an artist's painting is like an extension of themselves, sort of like a child. So technically, Banksy shredded his own child. And how can you trust someone that's willing to do that?
okay, really, you'd never do
Maybe if it increased the value of them by tenfold.
Capiche.
Any other stories? Embarrassing?
I'm trying to think. I feel like I've done at least 7 embarrassing
I've got to be
things.
embarrassed. I still feel it.
It's only Tuesday, and I've already done so many embarrassing things. No, I don't have anything. How about you?
Sunday afternoon, I actually got to play Fortnite for the first time in my life.
Really? That was
Yeah.
your first time?
Yeah, I never played before. I believe a 4th grader taught me how to play it. So, I quickly beat him at the game.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, look, I'm not going to hold back.
Dog eat dog, man.
I think people love Fortnite so much because life begins as a battle royale. And so it's ingrained into our DNA.
Yeah.
You know, each one of us was the winner of a Fortnite match in an
In a bus.
in an ovary, I guess.
In a
Or-
school bus.
Yeah,
In a fallopian tube.
in a fallopian tube. We were all the winner, and so now we're craving that other victory royale.
Right.
We're seeking after it all the time.
Right. The analogy there is it's just like the Hunger Games with that cornucopia of of everything. They're all just sprinting towards it.
Not familiar.
Okay. There's a cultural reference that just whoop, right over that.
No, I know. I've seen the movie, but I've never experienced that firsthand.
No, you have though. When you were
You've never had a cornucopia?
when you were swimming up in there towards that
Oh
cornucopia.
man, What do you? So you're saying there's like a cornucopia up inside of fallopian tube?
Cornuflopia.
You get to that beautiful cornuflopia, man, and next thing you know, you're a fetus.
Oh, man.
What would be inside a cornuflopia that the sperm can use to kill other sperm?
Oh, I like this.
The dead bodies of others?
Like hepatitis B.
All right, let's hear some stories, Kevin.
Okay, yeah. So moving on from there, our first story is titled "Tried to Kiss." All right, we're gonna get there. Tried to kiss my friend's mother, and this is by user G Montezuma, but it's like capital G, capital M, so it's like GM Montezuma, which is
General Motors Montezuma.
correct. Exactly. That's where my mind went. Yeah, he from Detroit.
Oh, I get it. It's like General Motors on to Zoom.
Ah!
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like
so,
this guy's brilliant.
really?
How would he end up kissing a mom with a name like that?
I mean, it's easy mistake.
Easy.
And
Yeah. Moms these days.
They
we've
look
all
so
been
much
there.
like their
We've all
daughters.
been there.
Yeah.
We've all had our own almost kissed our friend's mom story. Let's hear what Jim Ozuma's story is.
Okay, well, just before we even get into this, it's tried. So take hope in the fact that he did not succeed.
Right, he didn't.
So
but
that's good.
Almost doing it is just as good as doing it, though.
I almost think the embarrassment would have been about the same. So in one scenario, at least he would have got a kiss out of it.
Yeah.
So maybe he should have just kissed his friend's mother. Okay, so
So
this
this human contact. I need it so bad.
Never had a mother.
I'm so alone. So this is about half a year ago.
I'm so lonely.
I missed the cornuflopia. I was at my friend's house with some others. We occasionally met up and played some retro games together. I'm not the closest friend to him. We just used to work together and found out we both like retro games. So when I was leaving the house and everyone said goodbye to each other, the mother of my friend came up and gave a cheek kiss to a close friend of him. I don't really know what I was thinking, but approached the mother the same way when she instantly rejected me, holding her hand in front of my face. Everybody was still in the house. I cringe every time I think about it. Edit. Okay, misleading title, I guess. My bad. I tend to search the problem on my part. So maybe it was rude. But she didn't say goodbye to anyone else other than him, so, like this. So for my... this is so riddled with typos that it's almost impossible to read. So I'm not going to bother to read that. G.M. Montezuma.
Should have an edit to edit the edit.
So basically, he just went in for a cheek kiss, and she like Nacho Libre'd that boy and was like, no chips, no, not for you.
No chips.
Yeah, no chips in my dip, son.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely can see why he would thought that she was gonna give him a kiss.
Social expectations.
Social expectations, but also like she went in for a hug, right?
Well, so apparently he approached her.
Also, he was just craving it.
I guess so.
He saw her give another friend a kiss, and he was like, "Give me one of those. I could."
Yeah.
Well, so luckily
put some sugar on
we
me.
have Freud in the back, and he can come in and kind of analyze the mother-child psychology here for this scenario and give us an idea of what's really happening.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what Freud just said was that he's got a thing for moms.
I think this guy wins the...
Not just his mom, but all moms.
Any kind of mom.
Any mom you can get your hands on, any mom you can get your mouth on. Do it.
Any cornuflopia.
If this guy was a journalist, he would win that Ed Pulitzer.
Boo!
Edna.
Like Oedipal?
I'm gonna support your ideas, but I'm not gonna support your bad jokes.
All right. Well, okay. So what is the route? What is the procedure here? How does he navigate future endeavors with his friend and his mother? You know, because I mean, obviously, he doesn't want to lose the friendship out of this.
Yeah.
So how does he recover? We'll outline the issues here. One, he just tried to make a pass on his friend's mom. So, I mean, obviously that's bad. And I guess he did it in front of multiple people, so this isn't an isolated event. You know,
Yeah.
there's
Do
a
you
bunch
think
of
maybe
people
there
hanging
are
out.
other moms there? Maybe trying to make a power play. Like, if I see any mom, I'm gonna try and kiss you.
Right, kind of a dominance thing.
Right.
Maybe the moms were there selling Tupperware,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Or Avalon?
Right. They were there. Like the kids were there playing retro games, and the moms are selling Tupperware.
Yeah.
As all moms do.
as all moms do.
My
Of
mom.
course. And the Tupperware convention was over, and one of the moms was leaving, and he saw the other moms there. He said, "You know, I'm gonna get some mom action here. I'm gonna let them all on. I'm available. Like I'm down to clown. So I'm gonna try and kiss one. If I can kiss one, I can kiss them all."
So really, the real embarrassment is that he failed, not that he tried.
Yeah, most definitely. It could have gone really. It was high risk, high reward. It could have gone really well, or it could have gone really poorly, and it went really poorly. So that's that's the risk you run when you try and make power plays like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So where does his own mother play into this?
Maybe his mom was there. His mom was also there, and he says, "I don't discriminate if you're my mom or someone else's mom. I'm here to kiss moms.
It's very noble.
I'm a mom kisser."
That should be his political platform.
Yeah.
I'm here to kiss moms. That's what I do. I don't discriminate.
Don't give me your babies.
All moms are great.
All moms are great. I'll kiss all.
We have the best moms.
Everybody, you know it. I know it. Everybody knows it.
South America has the best moms.
What I think he has to do is play the child psychology role. So later, he approaches the mom, whether directly or through the friend, and says, "Hey, I want to meet up, and just apologize. I just want to formally apologize for what happened. Can we chat?" Right?
I want to meet up alone with you. I want to meet you alone in an alley. I just apologize.
It can be a lit alley, though.
And bring one retro game.
And maybe 2 or 3 more moms, so they can see my apology.
And then as soon as you get her there, you just land a big old smacker right on her lips.
That's
not where I was going at all.
Yeah. Never be in a room alone with one other person. Always make sure there's 2 or 3 other people.
That's why there's 3 at this podcast. What I was actually going to say, though, is
only one of us can get blackout drunk.
You go into a scenario about how you weren't loved as a child and how your mom, she neglected you and, just wasn't a good mom. And so there's been a void and you just really felt it.
This is more sad than embarrassing.
I think it's funny because his mom was at the Tupperware meeting with all the other moms.
Right.
So she's not buying it for a second.
Bad mom. Have you thought about switching the tables on this mom and maybe challenging her to a game in this retro game that they were playing? And if he wins, then he gets a smooch.
Which we all know was, let's all say it at the same time, we all know what game it was.
Alright, 1, 2, 3.
Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Optimus Prime.
I don't know. I thought of a retro thing.
You said Optimus Prime, you said
Mario Party.
And I said Super Smash Bros. Melee. That would be a really fun game.
I played it. It would sound that great.
It's only in beta, though, so,
Real buggy. Anyways, continue.
Okay. So if he wins the game, then he gets a second shot at the farewell cheek kiss.
Uh-huh.
And it's a given that he's going to win the game because he's a kid.
Right.
So you're suggesting the mom, or he tries to give the mom a kiss, but she declines. And he says, 1v1 me, bro. 1v1 me.
Let's go, bro.
Optimus Prime Super Smash Bros. Party Melee.
I get to play as Optimus Prime.
And you have to play as... ice climbers. You have to be the ice climbers.
Right.
Suddenly all the moms, the lights dim, the moms clear out, start going to some ghetto sing-song, and then ooh, everybody about to play. And then you find out that the mom's actually a secret Super Smash Bros. Melee tournament champion, and she just destroys you, but then out of pity gives you a cheese kiss. A cheese kiss.
A cheese kiss.
She gives you a cheese
Come get your cheese kiss. That's the kind of mom you want to kiss. Well, I think we've given some very, very good suggestions. GM
Montezuma.
GM Montezuma. I think he's going to be okay. I think he's got several options, and by several I mean 2, that he can take in their slam dunks for sure.
So this one is by National Cranberry, and the title is Classmates Saw My Porn History and It Wasn't Subtle. So this just happened, and I'm still kind of reeling by it. I had been talking a lot to a girl in my class who sits beside me. Not flirting or anything, just about the course, and we want to know something about prepositions. So I'm typing into my browser.
I think you mean Bowsette.
And lo and behold, he's got Bowsette porn.
I typed Bowser into my search history, and Bowsette came up.
It was very graphic. We know it, you know it, we all know it.
We all know it.
Okay, anyway, so this just happened. I had been talking to a girl in my class who sits beside me, not flirting or anything, just about the course, and we want to know something about prepositions. So I'm typing into my browser, prepositions. As she is staring at my screen, as I type the letter P, All my browser history of porn searches pops up as suggestions. I try to be a conservatively dressed, mild-mannered guy at school, and now my cover has been blown. There was a long list of some serious shit on there, and far too many references to big titties to just act like nothing happened. I've been sloppy with using private browser to search porn since no one else uses my laptop. She's noticeably more distant around me now, and this sucks because no one else seemed to care about the course, and we had been working well together. Okay, first of all, don't fool yourself. You don't care about her contribution to your learning. You know, get off your freaking high horse.
You're trying to flirt. You're just bad at it.
I just can't imagine how betrayed I would feel by Google Chrome if it did this to me. It would probably create a supervillain out of me.
This is the turning point where you swear vengeance on
Google Chrome, I will destroy you.
So then, this is the inventor of Bing. This is who this is. They go off and they invent Bing. And you're like, this will teach you.
This just happened. I just invented Bing, and
it'll never work.
And I'm a non-competitor.
Oh man, I hate it when Bing gets transferred to my default browser. Like when my computer updates.
Yeah.
And
so sleazy.
Yeah, and then I go into my internet browser and I try and search in illegal movie downloading websites or whatever. And it's
hypothetically.
Anything.
And it's you want to search up flower shops nearby? I'm like, no! That wasn't even close.
It's not even close. I typed in big titty porn. Well, okay, so first we have to get through the fact that he doesn't actually care that they worked well together in class, okay?
Yeah, he likes this girl.
He likes this girl, which is fine. That's fine, but he needs to be honest with himself. So the primary goal here is to rebuild the relationship with this girl, which can happen because they have a class together, right? So they're in close contact. Plenty of opportunities. So, what is the first step moving on from here? How does he get back in to at least a normal conversation type level with this girl?
I think we got to do a little role play here.
Oh, excellent.
So I will be National Cranberry.
Okay.
Who would like to be? Okay, Kyle, you would like to be my love interest?
Please.
Okay. Okay, ready? Well, how do you think a cranberry would sound like?
Maybe higher? Yeah.
Okay, so I'm a National Cranberry.
Okay.
Hey!
Oh, hey, Cranberry.
Hey, so I know you saw my browser history.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You saw me typing big titties.
Oh, yeah. I guess I remember that.
It was a research project.
Oh, what the heck were you researching?
Breast cancer.
Oh.
And now the relationship it's back on track. We're reconnected because I am trying to cure breast cancer. And
So do you have a fetish?
Let me get back into character.
She turns it back around on you. You like women with breast cancer sexually?
What was your question again?
Forget it.
Perfect. Nailed it the first time.
I don't know why he even likes her. She doesn't seem that great to me. She sounds like an idiot.
I think that's a great suggestion, Mitch, honestly.
Actually, that's a good idea.
That's a pretty good cover.
Uh-huh.
I mean, big titties, they might be big because they need to get screened, right? And he's concerned about that. And then he could play a sympathy card, too, of I'm concerned about breast cancer. It's a real issue. I want to contribute to that.
And you're fine, because yours aren't that big.
Yeah, yours are just a B, right?
How long do you guys think he had the P there so that you could see his whole porn browser history?
Yeah, how could she read that much?
Let's see it's proposition. Okay. P.
Is that an R
All right,
or a W?
I have something here. All right.
So did we ever solve this?
No. Well, I think you.
I think we solved it, but
some
it's
good
not
stuff.
going to end up.
I didn't feel like it was really solved, even though it was my idea.
Well, it's not solved until he implements it. I mean, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
I know.
You can't make him fart.
But that's my problem. Is I care too much.
Right. You have such a big heart.
That's why
If I had one problem for you.
That's what I always leave my interviews off with. Before they even ask what my greatest weakness is, I just sit down and I say, just so you know, I care too much. So if I don't get this job, I will cry very hard in front of you.
And that's how you became a technical writer with no prior experience. All right, guys. So this one is by Sweet Tea Baby.
Oh, yeah.
So
Sweet Tea Baby or Sweetie Baby?
Sweet Tea Baby. This one's titled, I accidentally made a your mom joke to my mother the day my grandmother died.
Oh, brutal.
I have to give some background to this story as it is kind of complicated. So most of my life, my grandmother barely gave me any attention.
Oh, what's happening? I'm confused. This is way too complicated.
Boo.
I don't care though.
My grandma barely paid any attention to me.
Boo-hoo.
So
I accidentally kissed my mom. My friend's mom.
No, you did. You tried.
I tried.
I accidentally tried to kiss my mom.
My grandma hates me. Why don't you call her for once, huh?
Yeah, she doesn't even hate him. She just barely gave him any attention.
Yeah.
Pretty much only used me if I did something good. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. She would literally call me Tyler, and my name is Taylor. So that was a big grudge for me. Anyways, she got terminal lung cancer.
Tyler, go down to the corner and get your grandma some smokes.
Oh, the smoke.
Grandma, that's not my name.
Grandma, I'm Taylor.
I'm Taylor.
Anyways, she got terminal lung cancer because she smoked a lot, and by this point, I have practically... yeah, hit the nail on the head.
That's just true.
I have practically not even seen her as a grandmother. I can't even look at you as a grand anymore.
You're just some woman.
While I was house sitting for a friend, my mom called me and I figured, hey, she's probably just checking up on me. So I answered casually. She answered, is this Taylor? To which I responded without even thinking, no, it's your mother. And chuckled. She then told me that my grandma died, and the feeling of cringe and regret didn't hit me until after the call. I have no idea if she remembers this, but man, it makes me cringe when I think about it. No doubt in my mind, this was the most cringeworthy moment of my life.
Was it you that suggested to call her grandma more often?
I think so.
Ew. A little bit too late.
Oops.
So,
Too little, too late.
did she call on like a landline? Like, if she's calling her son, why does she ask if it's Taylor?
Is it a boy? I
Let's
pictured this being a girl in my head.
Not.
That's why
That's why the Tyler thing is funny.
that's why the Tyler thing is funny to me, because I thought it was a girl.
See, that's why I assumed it was a guy, because she called
Grandma,
her
yeah,
Tyler.
no, I
Really,
gotcha.
I'm Taylor. Like, Grandma, you don't even have a grandson named Tyler.
So there's a few things going on here. I mean, for one thing, his mom, or her mom, has to ask if it's Taylor.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's kind of weird, don't you think? Like, is this Taylor? Like, you just called your own daughter or son's phone. What, you have to
I think
ask
we
if
got
it's
a
them
lot
first?
of familial problems going on.
The mom called the child and
Yeah.
asked if it was Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
like
this
your
Taylor?
mom calls you, your number, and you pick up, and she goes, "Is this Mitch?" No, idiot.
No, it's your mom.
No, it's your mom.
That's so rude to just like ask them who they are before you introduce
Okay.
yourself.
Well, let's back up. Your mom just died, and you call your son / daughter, whatever.
Yeah.
You're
Child.
already in a place, not a great place, and so they pick up, and you don't know exactly what to say. Hey, is this Taylor?
So I think we were trying to say is she's grief-stricken, so she's been drinking.
Yeah. yeah.
And she
She's
forgets her.
grief-stricken.
Is this Taylor?
She's called like 3 other numbers already. that
She
were
keeps
wrong.
dialing it wrong.
Yeah. But
Is
I think
this Taylor?
I think that's it. Yeah.
No, it's your mom.
Oh god!
Oh, she just died.
This used to happen to me a lot because I came from a rather large family, and so my mom would always mix our names up.
Oh.
So like she would always call me Cole or Will or Drew
Yeah.
or sometimes Rachel, but so
Where's
maybe
Rachel?
so maybe I could see the mom being in that position where maybe she has so many kids. Maybe one of them is named Tyler, and so she's like. Is this Taylor? And then Taylor's like, I'm so sick of you calling me by the wrong name all the time, Mom.
Mhm.
No, it's your mom.
That's it.
And she's like, my mom's dead. And
Ooh.
so this one, I would say you kind of deserved it. You kind of deserved it for being so mean to your mom.
I agree.
I refuse to help.
But-
Actually, I have several great ideas spinning around in my head right now. I
So many.
refuse
You
to
don't
say
deserve
anything.
them.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
This person is a victim, though, so it's not their fault. Because their grandma was not nice to them, so basically, it's
The
not
grandma
their fault.
wasn't nice, Mitch.
They can't be held
The grandma
accountable for
wasn't
anything.
nice.
They called her Tyler.
The grandma wasn't nice. The mom's not nice, and the child's not nice.
Shocker.
It runs in the family.
I wonder if the grandma smoked pot.
Probably not.
Because she smoked a lot.
Do you just wonder that about everybody?
No, just about old women that smoke a lot. Does she smoke pot as well?
In my head, she's Italian, so no.
You know,
She
in my
smokes
head,
pipe.
she's Italian too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That just
Is
sounds
this
like
a
smoker
stereotype
one.
we all have that like Italian grandmas are not nice?
Actually, old grandmas are Italian.
Oh.
Once you hit 65, you turn Italian.
Interesting.
If you're a woman.
Thanks for listening to the Fix That For You podcast. Appreciate you guys tuning in this week and hearing us talk about some embarrassing stories. If you have an embarrassing story that you would like to give us, you can reach us through several different modes. We have a Twitter, which is at FTFY Pod. That's at FTFY Pod. We also have a Facebook. You can reach us. That is at FTFY Podcast on Facebook. And we also have an email. You can send us an email of your embarrassing stories. And that is ftfypodcast@gmail.com. Again, that's ftfypodcast@gmail.com. Again, thanks for listening. We hope to see you guys next week on the Fix That For You podcast. My name is Mitch.
I'm Caleb.
And I'm Kyle.
You're welcome.
In the green sea, that's where we'll be.
What did you want to say? Let's see if yours is any better.
Oh.
Anything you want to say?
I don't know what I was going to say. That's all we got for you this week. See you again next week.
You're welcome.
Thanks for tuning in, bitches. All right, I want some bread.